Ken Trump at schoolsecurityblog.com. Today we're interviewing Joe Wainscott, Executive Director of the Indiana Department of Homeland Security. Joe has a great deal of background in working with state police, working with school districts on emergency planning in the state of Indiana, the Indiana Department of Education. And I want to talk to Joe about the importance of schools working with their emergency management agencies and other first responders. Joe, can you tell us a little bit about what type of incidents may intersect between community and school emergencies, how schools and emergency management and first responders could be mutually beneficial in working with each other?
Well, again, I think the main thing for schools to remember or understand is that your county emergency management office, your county emergency management director, or if you're a municipality, perhaps your city has one of those agencies, their job is really to be the coordination and communication hub for emergencies and for disasters. And so they serve as a great resource for information, for help in emergency planning, for assistance during disaster recovery if a school facility is damaged, those types of situations. But beyond that, there are training activities, there are exercise activities that your county emergency director will generally coordinate with the other public safety in the community. And having the schools involved in all of those elements, I think, is essential for good preparedness, good operation, good school safety.
What type of resources might a school district have that could be beneficial to the county emergency management agency in a community-based disaster, a community-wide disaster?
Well, obviously the first thought from most every community is that our school can serve as an emergency shelter. And whether the school is prepared to do that or not, or willing to do that or not, obviously is up to each school system. But typically the schools serve as the center of the community, and they're the first thought for most emergency managers when they're looking for a shelter operation.
What are some things that the schools might want to have in place to respond to that type of emergency? Are there things specifically that schools should consider in their emergency planning so that they're prepared to handle that type of situation? Any type of agreements as well as just logistical planning?
I think one of the first steps, obviously, after you've talked to your emergency management director and talked to them about the school's role in providing shelter in an emergency, is the next step would be to talk to your local Red Cross representatives, because they have a lot of expertise, a lot of background, a lot of experience in shelter management and shelter operations. And typically, if you meet them, understand it, train together, exercise together, and they can help you with other things that you may not understand or know that you may need that would help in facilitate a good shelter operation. Questions like emergency generators, which portions of the building may be powered by your emergency generators? Can you provide food services in an emergency? Do you have any emergency supplies of stores that either could be used to shelter in place if it's your students that you're trying to protect, or share community shelters with folks that are having to vacate their homes and need a place to stay?